Good morning, Tube Nation, Facebook family. What's happening with you? It's your boy, Big Vic. Doing what we're doing, man. I know I had the last video, I was scruffy. I couldn't do it. I couldn't hold on to it that long, so I cleaned it up, man. I'm just waiting on product by Bevel to drop. Supposed to have some trimmers. Supposed to be off the chain, man. I got the little ball joints. Anyway, that's not what I want to talk to you about this morning. Hey, man, I want to talk to y'all about bullying, man. It's been a big thing going on these last few years. And it's being pushed to the forefront because kids out here killing themselves, man, committing suicide because they're getting picked on, and I feel like that should not happen, man. And so a lot of y'all agree with me, and others of you say, well, it's hard. These kids, they don't have any home training. They're not receiving any discipline at home. You know what I'm saying? And that's a conversation for another time. As far as the broken home, the now accepted broken home phenomena that's been going on for the last 20-something, 30-something years. But I want to talk to parents, saying single mothers, single fathers, weekend fathers, weekend mothers, about bullying and things you should be trying to do to help them with the bullying. Moms, it's going to seem like I'm going in on you, but I'm not. It's just some education from a male standpoint. If you got boys and they're getting bullied, the worst thing you can do is try to coddle them and hold them and try to and subconsciously, I believe it's subconscious, suppress their masculine energy. Boys are supposed to be boys. They're supposed to be tough. They're supposed to be rough. and before you say something, I got two boys myself. I got a 3-year-old who will be 4 this year, and I got a 2-year-old who will be 3. And they flipping and jumping off of stuff, and they running, ripping and running through the house. And hey, boy, get off of there before you fall and bust your behind. And there's been times busted behind. It is what it is. But I don't allow my wife to go just all the time. Because then it'll become accustomed to them. Honestly, I think it's a way of emasculating a male child when all he receives is my baby all the time. He don't get that masculine energy. He don't have dad around or a positive male figure around to say, "Hey, boys, hey, toughen up. You'll be all right." And that's something crucial because one thing we're not noticing. Not everybody notices, but one thing we're starting to lack in the male community are positive male role models. And there's like a resurgence trying to happen, but we're getting a lot of young men who are being so emasculated. They're so effeminate that it's kind of hard to work with them. If you got a kid who's been effeminate or has been treated or conditioned to be effeminate, because it's a condition. Nobody's born gay. We can argue with me all you want on that one. We can sit down and dialogue and we can have that battle. But he's being conditioned, from 5 to 15, 10 years of his life to be effeminate. It's hard to break and reverse that and say, hey, son, you stand 6'3", 230 pounds. You ain't designed, to let no man to have his way with you. You are a black, masculine male. That's what you're supposed to be. Strength, security. Women, you should be able to feel safe. Like mothers, your son, if the dad doesn't want to be in your life, let's say y'all separated, y'all split in custody. When your son becomes a certain age, not to say you're trying to make him your man, but you should feel a certain level of safety around your son. Like, wow, I've helped, I've reared a strong, positive, well-mannered black male who I believe can hold his own as a man from your level of understanding, because your mom, that's your baby. Little May's boy, oh my gosh, I can't, that's your baby. That's what you know, because he's been in your womb from his first kick to whenever, It's just some of my boys and their mamas. I know. I was, I got my mama. She's still alive. You know, I hug my mama every time I see her, man. I hug on her literally because I'm taller than she is. But you need that masculine energy. Now, what I want to get to is self defense, man. I think we don't give that a lot of credit. I think we're so scared, or we're starting to be petrified of our young black men being able to defend themselves accurately. Well, that's not really the word. Defend themselves in a controlled manner, which is discipline. Um, we shy away from that because there's a war against young black men period, black people period, and we don't want. We feel like if we put our children in positions to learn self defense, they might become targets of police recklessness. Might become targets of white supremacy. Just to be honest about it, we got to get away from that. You know what I'm saying? The last thing I think you want as a parent is to deny your child the ability to go learn how to defend themselves, and then they take their own life. I've never, I'm blessed. I got 3 kids, man. 2 boys and a girl. You know, my kids, they alive and well. They had no sudden, I was thinking sudden infant death syndrome, SIDS. I've never had to experience that. My baby's alive and well, but I've been around people, saying close to me who were buried the children young. You know what I'm saying? My dad, buried my oldest brother. You know what I'm saying? He was 19 when he passed, and when his birthday come around, I see how it affects my dad, man. I just buried my younger cousin, man. He was 18. Babies, man. Still babies, man. I'm 32. I'm about to be 32 in August. Still a baby. For real. So you don't want to go through that pain. I've seen it on the face, and to see it manifesting on somebody's face, man, it's serious. So put your son in boxing. It's a great self-confidence building to be able to know how to use your fist to protect yourself. And it's not just about fighting. In boxing, get that out your head. When you go, and go and learn, do your research on boxing. Go ask, go to the gym. Go to the boxing gym and talk to the trainers and everything and learn about boxing so you can understand it's not just, we just teach your son how to go to school and punch people in the head really, really hard. No, it's a self-confidence builder. It teaches them how to actually walk away from a fight if at all possible. And then if you can't walk away and somebody's trying to hurt you, how to evade, that head movement, how to evade being hurt, and how to inflict damage in the most controlled way. You know what I'm saying? When a person knows how to box, they don't go crazy and just start picking up stuff and trying to kill the next kid out of a sudden rush of anger. They don't black out. You know what I'm saying? They teach them how to control their anger, control their emotions, and pop, pop, hit them with that 2-piece, block, move, pop, pop, another 2-piece, a 3-piece with a biscuit, a 3-piece with a biscuit, and hit them with that uppercut or that left-right combination, put them to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Knock them out, yeah, it happens. But it's better than the other kid that's picking on your kid getting knocked out. You come in and getting your kid, and then they'll stomp the hole. I've seen this where cats have gotten jumped, and they stomped the face to the white meat showed. I've seen this. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing. I'm talking about when I was in high school. You know what I'm saying? I graduated 2002. So to put that in perspective, how crazy these kids are now. I remember back to Chicago when they killed that little boy because he didn't want to bang. He just wanted to go to school and get his education. The young man need to know how to fight. Now I'm saying not saying that incident, trying to bottle all those people trying to hit him in the head with 2x4s would have been the best situation. But if he had some form of self-discipline, like karate, taekwondo, judo, whatever, maybe he could have better fared in that incident where he could have either moved around, gotten out of that, and got back to his parents. But mamas, you know what I'm saying, you got to do that. Fathers, you need to be around. You don't want to be around your son, but you help create him, bro. You know what I'm saying? And yes, some women are grimy. They don't want you to see your son because you done moved on. They don't want to be with you, but they don't want nobody else to have you. You got to still be a parent, man. You got to find a way. By the way, man, it's so crazy out here right now. I know my voice is... voice acting crazy. I'm approaching the 10-minute mark, but black people, well, white people too. If you listen to this, we gotta teach our kids better, man. They need to know how to defend themselves. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So defense ain't nothing wrong with that because you teach a child confidence. They build confidence. That's the reason why these kids kill themselves. It's a travesty to keep ignoring this stuff and you know what I'm saying. And you kill off your legacy because when your child dies, that's your legacy. Your legacy dies. Your legacy. Oh, you should work and you build a company. And, yeah, but you know you'll be a plaque on the wall, but your child is a living, breathing image of you, of what you put into them, and that's amazing. You can't replace that with no plaque on the wall, man. I'm sorry, you can't replace that by putting my face, my picture next to some words, man. When my sons or my daughter are walking, living, breathing, positive energy emitters. Yeah, I learned that in school. You know what I'm saying? Get my college on. It's nothing like that, man. It's an amazing feeling, and I'll be damned if I'm just gonna let my kids go around and get picked on. My son's going out of the box. Period. Wife, she was like, whatever, man. They're going out of the box. They're going to know how to protect themselves. My daughter, she's going to know how to protect herself. Why? Because some of these kids aren't disciplined. They don't have positive role models. They don't have mom and dad. They might have just all dad. They might have all mom, but they may not. Even at that, they may not be getting structure in their life. You know what I'm saying? So, parents, don't be afraid to teach your child to defend themselves. They're going to have to learn how to, man. This world is crazy. The biggest fight they're going to have is yet to come. The little schoolyard scraps that they got, scrap meetings to fight, for those of you who don't know. That ain't nothing compared to life, man. The worst thing I did was grow up. And anybody who's an adult tell you the same thing. I've seen a meme, don't grow up, it's a trap. It's a trap, man. Once you get up there, that's it. Responsibility's a mofo. Trying to figure out how to make it work is a mofo. And all you're going to say, oh, you know, you got God, yeah, but you still got to make it work. You still got to do your part. You got to get out there and get it. You can't sit around God, I prayed about it. Waiting for him. You got to make it happen. Good morning, sweetie. Little girl woke up. You got to do you got to do your part, man. You got to make it happen. So don't deny your child the experience of fighting because you're too scared to go, you know, put them in discipline, in a discipline area of fighting where they learn like martial arts or boxing or whatever and learn how to protect themselves. Put them in that, you know what I'm saying? Get them the proper tools to defend themselves because when they get in life, they're going to need what they learn from schoolyard scraps or even how to avoid schoolyard fights. They're going to need that when they grow up and they get in the real world and they get hurt with all these crazy kids. They no longer have to answer anybody except for Johnny Law. And they feel like they can do whatever. But that's my vlog, man. You know what I'm saying? Have a great Saturday morning, people. I'll talk to you next time.